I found track and field because I played pretty much every sport that was available. And I found the one that I was good at and the one that I loved most. When I started in my career, there were no athletes out there, and really none before me in the history of the sport, who competed at 200 meters and 400 meters. I had the unique ability to bring those two events together, but they were very difficult. It was very difficult for me to train with at both events. We couldn't really train with two different training sessions every day, a 200 meter and a 400 meter, so we had to develop a training program that was effective for both events. And then in 1991, I won my first 200 meter world championship, and in 1993, I won my first 400 meter world championship. No one had ever done that before. These were in separate championships, and no one had ever done it. So the obvious next step for me was to try to do it both at the same time, at the same championship. So I did that in 1995. So I certainly was confident after that, then that going into 1996, the Olympics is different. You know, the Olympics are different than the World Championships, but I was confident based on not just that I can do this, but I was confident based on I can do this because I have done it before. I would say that 1996, Atlanta was certainly the most difficult task that I ever took on, and I was able to be successful, and making history there was certainly significant. But you know, I tend to look at, you know, if you ask me, you know, what are you most proud of in your career, I wouldn't be able to pick out Atlanta. It would be the entirety of my career. I'm most proud of the fact that I went to 3 different Olympics and 5 different world championships, and I won every time. That type of consistency and longevity in the sprints in particular is very difficult, and so that's the thing that I'm most proud of. What's special is not so much holding on to a world record, you know, it's the accomplishment. It's the pride that you feel in having accomplished something that you've been chasing after for so long and finally accomplishing that. That's what I felt when I broke the world record in the 200 meters as well in the 400 meters. And I have that memory still, and I'll have that memory forever, of all of the work that went into it, all of the people that helped me, and then finally accomplishing it. That'll never go away. Since I retired, I've never felt I wish I was still out there. I, was fortunate. I was very fortunate to achieve all of the goals that I had set for myself. Most people forget that when I retired, I was still ranked #1 in the world, and probably could have gone for another 4 years and won more Olympic gold medals. But I'd run out of goals, and so when you're fortunate, as I was, to be able to do all of the things that you want to do in a particular sport, as I was, then I was ready to move on. And now I'm focused on my goals and building Michael Johnson Performance to help other athletes to reach their full potential at whatever level they may be. I've got lots of things to take up my time now, and I've got lots of goals now. The work that I do with Laureus and the work that I do with BBC, and things to chase after.